Beyond the euphoria of the arrival and the return of the president, what Nigerians are interested in is not just the physical presence of Mr. President. We want to see action. We want to see government policies geared towards galvanizing the interests of the Nigerian people. It will be pointless if we celebrate the return of the president and we still have issues in the way the economy is run. The issues of unemployment, the issue of uncoordination of the fight against corruption, the issue of power, the issue of workers are not addressed. It is important for the president to decisively confront the challenges that have bedeviled the country under his administration, because this is a government that was elected on a promise of change. Unfortunately, that change has become very elusive in all ramifications. The government has become polarizing. Nigeria has never been this divided by the history that I know. So we want to see a leadership that will offer direction for the country. It is not enough to say Mr. President has returned. How will that affect the relationship between the executive and the legislature? How will that affect policies? How will that affect execution of the budget? How will the return of the president affect the moral question of the leadership of the country? How will that affect even members of the executive, members of this government who have been accused of corruption but have been shielded? So we want to see the president act. We want to see that there is a difference between the Buhari before now and the Buhari that has returned. But if we continue to see the same president, the same Buhari who has been sitting quietly, watching the economy, watching the country sliding, what difference will it have made? What difference will it have make? That is why I am one of those Nigerians who have been very quiet on social media by the return of the president. Because I feel that what is significant is not his physical presence. What is significant is action. So beyond the saying Mr. President is back, what impact will it have on the man on the street? We need a leadership. Because I can tell you that currently there is no leadership in the fight against corruption. We need not pretend that you have a situation that the Attorney General of the Federation will be going to the press to fight the FCC. That is an unprecedented disorganization. So we need coordination. We need the president to call the agencies to order. We need the president to sit up, the president to ensure that the Attorney General of the Federation and the FCC are working on the same direction. If that is absent, we are wasting our time. I cannot understand why the head of the ICPC will be removed and taken to another agency under a government that claims to fight corruption. I cannot understand why Mike Okiro will still remain as the chairman of the police service corruption under a government that claims to fight corruption. I cannot understand why the SGF will be removed and is not prosecuted despite the evidence against him. This is not the Buhari that we want. This is not the Buhari that we voted for. So the government must sit up. The government must be decisive in the fight against corruption.